All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the game number 2 of the Symphonian LCS Finals match between Riches Provoked and We Are a Rhino. If you're just tuning in, we just saw We Are a Rhino take a dominant game number 1 over Riches Provoked. I think at the end of the game they had about 14k gold lead. Warwick still hadn't completed an item aside from his jungle item. And we are R and ready to go. All right, going over to the draft screen. We're ready to get going here as we wait. All right, first ban is coming in. That is Sejuani by Rich is Provoked. Oh, joining me in my casters are Opie and Spooped.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Yo, I'll be here for this whole game this time.
All right, we're seeing some bans coming in. We have Garner banned away. Corky is now banned. And then Kane also banned. Be interesting to see what We Are a Rhino are choosing to do. Are they going to allow Poro to get his Malzahar, or are they going to let it through? As it looks like Rich is Provoked is thinking about banning it. Nope, they banned the Taric instead. And there goes Malzahar. So no Malzahar for Poro. That Malzahar was super important at the early game there. We're going to see Morgana picked up. That could be for Poro, or that could equally be for Ashen in the bot lane.
Yeah, Morgana, as we've always seen, is a super strong pick. Keeping it away, it's also a pick for Violet Sociocat as well, so kind of a steal away in a sense. If you can't ban it, why not just pick it?
Yeah. We're going to adjust something here. There we go.
Looks like we have almost identical bans from last time, other than the swap out of J4 for a Malzahar ban on War.
Yeah, and it looks like We Are a Rhino is going to pick that Tristana again for Fudgy Ditters. Fudgy Ditters ended with the scoreline of 6-1 and 4. Did, about 20k damage for his team. I think there was one point and he got a triple kill in the top lane, or topside jungle. Not topside. That was bot side jungle. That really just kind of snowballed the game. It was right after Jirachi had gotten their own triple kill.
Yeah, Tristana is something we always talk about. Super safe early, especially with the jump to get out, the rocket jump to escape. But also scales pretty well into late game as well. Helps take towers like a maniac. So plus Rich typically plays it as well. We've seen it in a number of games where Rich has been able to kind of take off towards the late game and almost get pentakills there. So it's a good pickup again.
Yep, as Alistar is coming in for Zorpox, and we're going to see Nami pulled out this time for Ashen. That means that Morgana is indeed for Poro in the mid lane, as we await the third pick for Rich is Provoked. So yeah, it will be interesting to see what they choose to do here. They might pick Jirachi's ADC, knowing that the Tristana has already been taken off the board. Yep, as we see a Twitch come out.
Yeah. Trying to get something which I know Rich has been trying to picked it up. Definitely saw it kind of midway through the season, tried to pick it up, and Twitch is just super strong into late game. Great for, the way Rich plays, Twitch fits pretty well, because you kind of sit back on the side, at least in the mid-game fights, and then out of nowhere just appear and try and blow somebody up. So if Rich can stay ahead or at least even, then that Twitch will do tons of damage later on.
For sure. Especially a level 5 ambush. Once he's put 5 ranks into that queue, he can move. He has insane movement.
Yeah, and then we see a Kale coming out. That's gonna be for Violet Sociocat, I would think. Yes, I would think it would be a Kale for Violet Sociocat. She plays that quite often. Super strong champion. And we've seen that in the past, Kale and plus the other. Well, it was Kale and Tristana as well that we've seen before, and you might be able to pick off one, but then there's the other one that's right there gonna pick up the slack.
Yeah, the Kale here indicates that they might think about doing a Nunu. As we see, yeah, J4 Malphite taken away, Maokai also taken away by We Are Rhino. As we're waiting that last ban, and they're gonna ban the Ornn, meaning Nunu is available for Guy Fieri. He has talked about picking it, and it does synergize very well with Kale as it is their pick.
Yeah, I mean the Blood Boil, super good right now.
Kale right
Not
now.
to mention, just with Kale being so strong.
Yeah, I think we watched a game. I don't think it was in the LCS. I think it was during the All-Stars where Violet Sosucat picked Kale and then just proceeded to wreck a team with it. At one point in time had like 2.3 attack speed. And really it was just unplayable into. Guys, we're going to see actually, he's going to go Vi.
Huh, that's, I mean, Vi is a super strong pick. Will definitely go well. Definitely does well into squishy, so like Nami, Twitch, Morgana, more than likely you see getting some health, so not going to be like one-shottable, but definitely able to pick up once Twitch becomes visible. Just Vi ult him and he can't escape.
Yeah, that point and click CC becoming super important. Plus, if you get the intervention off of Kale, the Vi is just kind of going to take any kind of damage.
Ooh.
As we're going to see a Wukong come out.
Oh, baby.
That's spicy. Wow, I don't know.
Wow.
That's a top laner? I think that's Reduce Me Mommy. Well, actually...
I would think it would have to be. Because you've got a Nami support, and unless Flavor Boy is going to take that in the jungle.
I don't know. Poro's played stuff like Wukong or Nocturne in the mid lane before, and if they didn't have that Nami on the board, I think that Nami might have been a mistake to pick.
Yeah, because I mean, if you put Wukong mid lane, that means Morgana's got to go top.
Yeah. As we're going to see a Xin Zhao, yeah. Xin Zhao going to be for Flavor Boy, Wukong for Mommy, and Morgana in the mid lane for Poro. So, as we wait the final pick, what are your thoughts on Rich is Provoke's team comp?
Well, the thing I see the most is that they're pretty squishy. Like, Wukong more than likely is going to be building damage. The only thing I can see wrong with it is if Wukong can't do enough early, you'll have a Kale ult, and you'll have the CC, with Alistar and with Vi to just lock up the Wukong if he dives too hard. And if Wukong can't get the kills there, then I think War can roll over them. And yeah, like I said, they just don't have a tank. They don't have many tanks. So, like, Xin Zhao is going to be the only one at that point.
Yeah. As we are, what are your thoughts, Spooped, on We Are Rhino's team comp? They picked a Galio last.
I think they have an amazing assassination comp in terms of Galio's ability to be mobile, Vi's mobility, Trist's mobility. They have gap closed like crazy. Kale's range mixed in with that, and yeah, intervention. I mean, that's a terrifying lineup to look at. As a Twitch main, I don't see any good options there other than maybe getting Trist caught out. It's pretty rough. This
is a try and kite back comp, I think, if you're Rich is Provoked. You have the Nami, you have the Morgana, you can disengage fights, but the Wukong Xin Zhao want to do the exact opposite, which is go in and blow things up. So this will be interesting here as we are into our pick bands in client. Oops, that's the wrong thing. There we go.
Yeah, because you can see there with Kale having to scale up, they don't have a whole lot of early game damage. They're going to be relying on Vi to get some ganks in and maybe try and get a lead for, Kale or Galio, so that way those two can try and roam. They can get their leads going and just get into late game even earlier. Whereas Rich is Provoked just needs to get ahead. They have to get ahead with this comp. If you don't get ahead, I don't think they have a chance.
Yeah.
And it's something that Rich's Provoke is pretty good at doing. They're pretty good at getting, an early lead, but can they transition it into the late games? That's where War tends to be really good. War tends to be good, they get to the mid game, they roam, and then they just 5-man everything, and you can't stop them late game. So
Yeah, I think the way that Rich's Provoked has built their team comp, that if this goes to late game, they're not going to have any kind of ability to reset fights really if things are layered the correct way for We Are Rhino. And with the tanks, We Are Rhino should just be able to run them over at the late game, especially with Kale. So if you're Rich's Provoked, I think you want to end early, like super early.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you want to get to 20 minutes and have an inhib almost at that point. Because, if all Alistar has to do is knock Wukong out of the fight, Tristana can, kite back his Xin Zhao, so can a Kale just try and kite that back and get that kill and then keep going from there, because you're going to have a Vi diving onto that Twitch, so Twitch is going to have to deal with that. Nami's going to have to do a lot to try and keep that Twitch alive, which pretty good with the heals and the CC, but it'll be difficult for them.
Yeah. I think you got Vi and Galio kind of layering one on top of the other, so that'll be, I think, an important combo. What were you gonna say?
I think also Keystones this season more than any season will affect this particular matchup. We Are Rhino could make some pretty interesting calls as far as Keystones, and that could throw the game for him essentially and give Rich's Provoked that early advantage that they need.
Yeah, that'll be something we're gonna have to watch when we load in. So, what are you looking to do to like you saw in the last game? Violet Socicat was able to build such a huge lead over Juice Me Poro. If you're Poro, what do you got to think about in this match to not allow that to happen?
Don't miss a Q ever. That Q is very much a death sentence for Kale early. Because Kale likes being far away, but up close, I think Kale really struggles, especially against a Morgana.
Yeah, I mean, early, all Poro needs to do is just push the lane, because Kale, I mean, the E is strong, don't get me wrong, but just push Kale in as much as possible, and then if you can start pushing Kale in once you get a couple levels into your pool, and then try and roam from there, I think that would be beneficial, because then you can start snowballing the other lanes, because Morgana's not going to be the one doing the most damage in fights. You're going to be looking forward to Twitch and Wukong to do that in the team fights. Morgana's going to be there to help with the pick, use the black shield, and then for ulti CC purposes. So I think push your lane as much as you can, try and get the Kale to fall behind it, some sort of farm, and then be able to get your other lanes ahead.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
if I were Morgana in this situation, I would be rushing Ninja Tabi as fast as possible.
yeah, and that's a good point, because if you look at it, they don't have a whole lot of AP damage aside from the hybrid damage that Kale puts out, and then just a little bit of that Galio damage, because Galio, I'm betting, is going to go full tank along with Alistar. Which then leaves Vi, Tristana, and Kale as your damage dealers. And that's mostly attack damage right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hybrid for Kale, but still.
Yeah, and I mean, on the other hand, realistically, all War has to do is build armor. Because, yes, Morgana will do damage in fights, but you're looking to stop Xin Zhao, the assassinate from Wukong, and then Twitch from doing anything there. So you get just a little bit of armor, a little bit of health. That's going to go a long way for stopping Rip's damage.
All right. Well, we're loaded in. Looks like the Spells have been locked. We have 2 TPs for We Are a Rhino, a heal, and an Ignite for the Alistair.
Oh, baby.
To go along with 2 TPs for Riches Provoked, a heal, and an Exhaust.
I like the Ignite. I think it's good. I mean, you could see it either way, just because Exhaust could be good if the Wukong goes in and tries to assassinate, because you know Wukong's going to have Electrocute, so land those 3 skills, do tons of damage. I'm thinking Wukong will go with the lethality build. It does really well early in mid-game at just instantly killing somebody, but Exhaust would be good there. But with a Nami in that lane, if you get an all-in at all, igniting them right away will stop the Nami heals and will stop just Twitch's heal as well from doing nearly as much. Could easily secure a kill.
For sure.
All right. Well, if you're We Are Rhino, what do you think you're going to have to do to close out the series and get that championship?
Disengage every single fight and let Vi take those early pick kills to get ahead.
Yeah, early game, avoid fights, just farm up. If you can get objectives, you catch, Rip rotating wrong or taking a bad back, getting those early objectives with like getting the dragons or, taking away the Rift Herald, that's gonna snowball you ahead.
Oh, and if you are interested, there's a group in General Channel 3 on the Discord channel. You can watch with some friends, talk to each other, make some memes. I don't know. Listen to our casters and criticize us.
Only dank memes, though.
Only dank memes,
if
yeah.
anything is not dank, it gets auto-blocked, so
Yep.
just watch that.
Yep. Totally.
It's like the Super Bowl. Get some chips and dip, some, the little cocktail weenies, some hot wings.
A bowl of memes, juicy memes,
Just don't-
ready to go.
Yeah, just don't try and catch any trophies. You might drop it. All right, so we got about 20 seconds in here. Chat, let us know who you guys are going to think is going to win this game. We're excited. It'll be a fun one. So yeah, get some hashtag RIP or hashtag WarWin in the chat. Let us know. Two, uno, hooray!
But either way, we're gonna see repeat champs. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Bukake Poro was a season 1 champ as well, along with Violet Cat. By the way, right now would be a good time to remind you that tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Girl Scout cookies.
Mm.
Those delicious Thin Mints are literally what's powering me through this right now.
And don't forget to follow the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe if you feel so inclined.
Or donate.
Or donate.
Or donate, yeah.
Right. Remember,
Half those funds go towards the Symphonia Education Foundation.
yep, half the money goes to the Symphonia Education Foundation. Half the money goes to one team that's going to win this match.
So while you feel bad for donating to these boosted people, you don't feel quite as bad because you're donating to a good cause.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, and or drop a follow as well. That way you get notifications anytime we go live.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
funny how that works.
Mm-hmm. We're loaded in. We're ready to go. Looks like we have Aftershock for Galio, Electrocute for Vi, Fleet Footwork for
my
Violet
gosh.
Sociocat, Fleet Footwork for Fudgy Ditters, and an Aftershock for Zorpox. Meanwhile,
Summon Airy on Juice Me Mommy.
It's so
What?
beautiful. Think
Am
I'm
I
gonna
saying
cry.
this right?
yep, you are seeing that right. That is a summon area for Juice Me Mommy. To go along with Press the Attack
Why?
for Flavor Boy, Poro has a summon area, as so does Ashin.
Wrong Runes remake.
Yeah, and
Why?
Jirachi has a
That's-
Fleet Footwork.
Why would you go summon Airy? I really hope that's not like legit.
Riches Provoked doing a great job of grouping again. They're going for that bottom invade.
But they're gonna get seen.
Oh, we're gonna see a flash forward by Flavor
Ooh.
Boy. Fudgy Ditters immediately flashes out of that.
Panic Flash, I love it.
At least he didn't die.
Flash for flash. I mean,
Yeah.
because you get a flash Morgana bind, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Because after that, you've got a Nami bubble to deal with.
Why does it say my ping is at 6 milliseconds?
Minions have spawned.
Strange. Can I speed up? No. Interesting.
You're right. This is Sean we're talking about, but you know, it's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, well, so far you already have that flash burn on Fudgy Ditters. We'll be back in about, 4 minutes from now, as we're going to see blue side starts from both junglers. Guy Fieri going for his blue first, and then Flavor Boy going for his blue. Does not have a flash, and also
Rip
didn't
doing
get a
good
leash.
job. They baited like Flavor Boy was starting at the red buff. They waited, so good on them.
Oh, and Flavor Boy is immediately going for the invade onto Guy Fieri's red buff. Guy Fieri stopped at his wolves, so he might not even know about this, but
Yeah, and Vi
Is
does
Flavor-
get taken really low in the jungle as well.
is Flavor Boy going to be able to get this before Vi gets over there? Vi is walking over there right now. We're going to go take a look at this, as we don't really care about what's going on bot lane. And the buff is in the bush. Guy Fieri does not know, and Flavor Boy is going to take it, as Jirachi and Ashen are just trading with Zorpox. As we're going to see Zorpox flash forward. Jirachi also return flashes. Aqua Prison's going to hit on Fudgy Ditters, as Zorpox just going to knock Jirachi away. And he hit a little poison
Overall, a
burn
good
there.
trade from Rich's Provoked there.
Yeah, so
The
only Ashen has a flash now.
Yeah, and Rich is slightly up in CS as well. Does have a huge wave, or does have a wave pushing into him. So, gonna be slightly ahead in the CS game.
We're going to look in top lane as Mommy and Daddy look to fight here. The monkey is just going to walk back and put a ward in his bush. As we're going to see the headbutt pulverize land onto Jirachi. Zorpox is going to get hit by the Aqua Prison, but unfortunately Tristana was not hit by that. He was able to get an explosive charge off onto Jirachi.
Yeah, and in this top lane, this is an oppressive lane for Juice Me Mommy, just because, I mean, the whole point of Wukong is you're diving in, whereas Galio is just gonna taunt you up, he'll throw out the Winds of War, and then dash on top of you, and gonna do way more damage than you will, unless you miss everything.
Oh, we see Violet Sociocat's going to get bound by Poro, and Flavor Boy just going to flash out of that as Daddy and Mommy are fighting again. Mommy is out of mana, going to get taunted by Daddy.
Yeah, Juice Me Daddy just needs to wait for Juice Me Mommy to dive in, and then once you land your taunt, that's when you throw out the Winds of War, because then it's going to be a for sure hit.
As Flavor Boy is bot lane, he's going to get... Oh, Aqua Prison's going to miss as he's going to headbutt into Flavor Boy. Still going to get the knock-up on Zorpox. Zorpox is now so low. Press the attack is out, and they're not going to be able to get the damage as Mommy and Daddy are again fighting. Daddy trying to kill Mommy. We're going to need to call the police on that.
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Hide your kids, hide your wives, as the monkey is out. Daddy takes a turret shot for his troubles. We're going to see the Aqua Prison land on the Fudgy Ditters.
Nothing happens there.
Yeah,
though.
nothing happens there as Venom cast is thrown onto Fudgy Ditters, but no follow-up damage from that. Most of his abilities: Contaminate, Spray and Pray, and Ambush. Okay. Aqua Prison again lands on the Fudgy Ditters. The Venom cast is on him as well. But again, without Spray and Pray, he can't really get the damages out. As Violet Sociocat is out of mana, Poro is here as well as Flavor Boy. Poro is actually going to take a turret shot.
Yeah, so Flavor Boy's been trying to get off a lot of ganks and is actually falling behind in both CS and levels. Only level 3 at this point. Vi is level 4 and is up with a little bit of farm there.
You know, that was something we saw last game too, where Flavor Boy ended up being slightly behind and then just wasn't as effective when it came time to team fight. As explosive.
And I mean,
charge goes
honestly, your Xin Zhao, I don't think that your ganks are all that strong. Now, like, if you go in on a lane that is super pushed up, you've already burned a flash, yes, Xin Zhao can get the ganks off really easily, but without just the hard CC being able to land, the ganks aren't as great. Whereas with a Vi, provides so much damage and does have the hard CC. With the
I think the most
knockback.
remarkable thing for me right now is I'm showing that Mommy is up in CS and had to back with 2 full waves crashing at his tower. That's mind-boggling. Seems to be doing an okay job of CSing even with Airy.
Yeah, Airy landing a little bit of damage. As Flavor Boy and Guy Fieri found each other in the jungle.
Ooh.
Guy Fieri has mana advantage over Flavor Boy, who does not have any mana. Is going to be able to get this Scuttle Crab. We're going to see both mid and top collapse
Maybe.
in on this.
They do not get the Scuttle Crab.
Oh, no Scuttle
Oh,
Crab.
Violet
Wait.
Sociocab just picks it up.
Poro is going to bind Violet Sociocat, but he's just going to walk out as Guy Fieri has put a ward down in this topside bush. Again, leading his team in vision score, as is Flavor Boy.
And it's early for that. I mean,
Oh, I didn't even look at that after the last
jugglers.
game.
It's interesting too to see that looks like Rip has no ward coverage around Dragon Pit, and War has 2 pinks floating around there. If I were them, I would look to make some pressure bot side so that they can move into that easy dragon.
As Violet Sociocat's actually pretty low on mana right now, but is 15 CS up on Poro. So again, that CS lead for Violet Sociocat as Aqua Prison's going to land on the Fudgy Ditters. Venom Cast is going to come out as Zorpok is going to take a turret shot and some damage from Jirachi. So they keep losing these trades in the bot lane just a little bit at a time, but still able to sustain it back up as Violet Sociocat keeps growing this lead. This lead is now approaching 20 CS.
Yeah, and one thing I like to personally do on Twitch is I like to run.
Oh, we're going to see a taunt in the top lane, and Vi is going to flash forward, but the ultimate coming out from here. I'm a ultimate by Vi, and we're going to see Vi is taking so many turret shots. Vi is actually going to get first blood onto Juice Me Daddy, but then Violet Sociocat's going to get killed. Wait a second, and he's going to TP out of here?
Yeah, that's very good TP to get out, escape that. You had Juice Me Poro and Flavor Boy both heading up to the top lane for the kill there. And they're just now realizing he's gone.
Yeah, and we didn't actually get to see Flavor Boy and Poro take on Violet Sociocat as we were watching the action top. Guy Fieri dives under the tower, knocks up Mommy, and Daddy's able to get the kill. But then Violet Sociocat paid for a roam as she was caught by Poro and Flavor Boy. All in all,
Let's
2-1.
Yeah, it looks like Violet Sociocat just started heading top side just a little bit, and Flavor Boy happened to be right there at the time. The ult wasn't able to stave Violet Sociocat there with Flavor Boy flashing in order to help secure the kill.
As Fudgy Ditters is stepping up a little too far here. You might look out for the Aqua Prison. Nope, Aqua Prison gonna miss wide to the left. I think you all know where I'm gonna go with that one. As we're gonna see some more trading. Mommy and Daddy are gonna fight taunt coming out. And Mommy is gonna go invisible. Is gonna come back out right in front of Daddy's face. And gonna dash in again onto Daddy, but it's taking too much damage out of these fights.
Yeah, one thing that clone is very good for is if you dive in, land your Q, and then clone right away before Galio hits his dash, it actually does stop the dash because it hits the clone.
It looks like Rich moving in. With his
Oh, they're gonna
ambush,
get
lays
the-
down a cask and spray and prays immediately.
Well, the Aqua Prison onto Zorpok says Flavor Boy is here. They're going to knock up Zorpox. Zorpox is going to use the Unbreakable Will. Is going to be able to get out via his bot side. And we're going to see a TP. Nope, TP canceled by Violet Sociocat as Guy Fieri is in the vicinity. Flavor Boy is going to have to back out now, as well as the rest of the bot lane. Oh, wait, no, they didn't. Never mind. Mommy is so low in this top lane. As Violet Sociocat has a blue buff. Not going to be starved for mana now. Is she going to be able to push in and grow this lead now?
Yeah, and
setting up for Dragon with Scuttle.
Juice B Poro's kind of stopped the bleeding. The CS lead hasn't grown a whole lot recently. It's stayed relatively the same. Does have an item now. Does have the Morello, so is able to wave clear a little bit easier now.
And has a stopwatch.
And does have the stopwatch available, so in those team fights, that I'm sure there's one upcoming, will be able to, jump into the middle of the fight, ult, and then.
We're going to see the Righteous Fury come out. Poro going to use the Black Shield to get away, as Violet Sociocat opts not to go underneath the tower. Yeah, Violet Sociocat also blew her stopwatch a lot earlier. Probably when she died in that gank, as Flavor Boy is top lane. They're going to get the knock-up onto Juice Me Daddy, but Juice Me Daddy's going to flash out. And that's going to be another failed gank by Flavor Boy.
Epic fail.
Epic fail.
No, but it was both flashes there from the top laners. I think Juice Me Daddy could have actually got out without it. Oh,
Bind
Poro
is going to
missed the
miss.
Q.
Poro is taking a lot of damage from Violet Sociocat. Violet Sociocat might dive this. Violet Sociocat in. Oh, and there goes the stopwatch. Violet Sociocat's going to turn around. They're going to flash from Poro, and he looks to be away. Fair and balanced
I'm
item.
honestly surprised that Juice Me Poro didn't just flash away to begin with. Because at that point, you knew you weren't going to escape unless you did flash. So, could have kept the stopwatch available. But just nitpicky things.
Yeah, I think it worked out all right in the end. Violet Sociocat, though, is able to keep growing this CS lead, which is now approaching 30 CS. Woof.
Yeah, something to note is, Violet Sociocat was able to be the aggressor there earlier and put some pressure down, and it forced Juice Me Poro to throw the Q and try and get some damage with the pool. Therefore, was not able to clear the wave, so lost some CS because was using that more defensively to try and lay down a little damage.
Flavor Boy just saw Fudgy Ditters and Zorpox use a blast cone to come over the wall, which is a little interesting. Violet Sociocat now does have a Gnasher's Tooth. Juice Me Poro is going to walk forward into Violet Sociocat. That does not seem like the right move there. Oh, Dark Bind is going to miss, but that blows the flash from Violet Sociocat.
Oh, man.
Maybe just a little skittish here. A little cautious about the damage that Poro can put out. As Mommy is gonna kind of dash in on Daddy. Gonna miss the clone, but the Justice Punch is gonna land. Just gonna taunt each other.
As you can see, though, Daddy's got the lead in CS now. Taking the CS lead back.
Yeah. Does have that Sunfire cape, while Mommy went for the Black Cleaver, as we're gonna see more trading in this mid lane.
Yeah, normally I like to see, like a Dusk Blade early on the on a Wukong, but versus a tank, I think that's a good choice.
Oh, Mommy got taunted. Gonna get knocked up by the Justice Punch as the Winds of War is doing some damage, but the Slam not enough damage to kill Mommy.
Yeah, I think the Black Cleaver is definitely a team choice over a roaming Wukong Duskblade.
The Cinder Hulk proc the dragon, and Guy Fieri is taking a little bit of damage from the drag.
The dragon came to Flavortown, was ready to tango.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that Vi's not going for the warrior item.
Yeah,
That's typically, I feel like that's typically the item you go with Vi. It gives you a ton of early damage, and then you kind of build tanky from there.
yeah, it looks to be building Cinderhold first.
And I mean, with how squishy you've got like the Twitch and the Nami and Morgana, I don't think that would have been a bad idea.
As Flavor Boy is gonna flash out of there. Mommy is pretty low. Daddy might think about just going for it right here. Nope, instead gonna get the Demolish proc off onto the tower as Mommy is taking the full damage from Winds of War. Violet Sociocat getting the blue buff from Guy Fieri. Poro here gonna take a little bit of damage, misses the Q wide to the left, binding not enough, and the black shield has been broken. The ultimate coming out from Poro. Poro's just gonna get blown up by Guy Fieri as the ultimate coming out onto Juice Flavor Town. And yeah, Guy Fieri picking up a double kill on Flavor Boy.
What did I say about needing, the Warrior Enchantment for damage?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Has a phage, so it still does a lot of damage. Aqua Prison's gonna hit Fudgy Ditters as Fudgy Ditters is gonna get knocked up. Rocket jumps away as Jirachi's trying to get the damage out, but unfortunately there's not a whole lot here. Violet's Via coming in. Guy Fieri does a whole lot of damage as Ashen has the explosive charge on his head. They're gonna need to give up this dragon. So yeah, gold lead now going over to We Are a Rhino again, 2-3 so far, 17 minutes in. And this was about the point in the game last time that War just took over.
Yeah, I mean, they got the rotation, so they went down and got drag. I mean, they've had kind of their foot on the driver's seat there so far with Vi roaming around doing really well. Not a whole lot being able to be done by Flavor Boy here.
As first turret going over to Daddy in the top lane.
It's interesting too that it's an incredibly slow dragon. Last time we saw the first Drake go down in about 10 minutes. This is 7-8 minutes past that, because they don't have that ability to solo Warwick kill dragon.
Looks like Flavor Boy's gonna try and solo this Rift Herald, but Guy Fieri spots him out, and the Rift Herald's gonna follow him into the bush.
Yeah, Vi's still also ahead in CS as well. Has the 1 kill advantage. So Vi doing Vi things, able to kind of snowball ahead.
And we just see Violet Sociocat stacking some attack speed. Has a recurve bow as well, and we're gonna see the cast coming out, spray and spray coming out. The spray and pray is just gonna blow up Fudgy Ditters as Guy Fieri is taken down by the combo of Flavor Boy and Mommy. Mommy taking a bit of damage. We're gonna see the ultimate come out. It's gonna land from Poro onto Violet Sociocat, but the intervention means that there's no damage, and Violet Sociocat is out as well. But a good pick there on the Guy Fieri as Jirachi now taking a little bit of damage from Zorpox, but Zorpox able to get Jirachi off of his tower as Nami went for a deep ward in there. That might be key. Get a little bit of vision on where Guy Fieri is as Flavor Boy and Mommy are going after the Rift Herald right now. Taunt coming out by Daddy. Daddy gonna dash in on Mommy. Mommy has used the clone. Clone is not gonna do it, but Flavor Boy is so low he has to smite the Rift Herald to get some health. As Daddy is gonna come in and he is not gonna dash in. Justice Punch not coming out. Juice Me Poro is kind of running around. Guy Fieri is back again. They have about 5 seconds to get this thing done before it just despawns. Yeah, they're not gonna have enough time. Or are they? Violet Sociocat is here. The DPS is coming. But this thing despawns right about... Ooh, they did get it.
Just in time.
Literally at the last second, the Baron spawned. They were able to get the Rift Herald. Interesting. Where would you put it now?
That was...
I mean,
like
at
this
mid-lane.
point... I would almost have said try and go bot lane with it, but I mean mid tower is pretty close to dead anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna
so
get the tower here.
it helps get the finishing blow.
Again, this is kind of like last game. Post right around 20 minutes, they get 2 quick towers, and that was able to just snowball this game. as the Rift Herald is now bound and the Rift Herald is gone, but did its job and got a tower.
We're gonna.
We have all
Might
kinds of
disengage
actions in this bot side jungle. That might have been very aggressive by War.
One thing I'm noticing that War is bringing to the table is they seem to be grouping for objectives a lot better than Riches Provoked does. That could just be the slight disadvantage that they seem to be playing at least psychologically, where they're thinking, oh, we have to group up for this. But I'm seeing a lot more numbers showing up, for example, Dragon, Rift Herald, all over the place.
Yeah, and this was certainly something that Violet Socicat felt was a strong point for her team. With that previous championship experience, knowing how to shot call in pressure situations was going to be very important. And so far, it's certainly been the case. As Flavor Boy found a ward, Poro is in the vicinity, as is Violet Socicat and Guy Fieri. So we might see maybe a little bit of pressure and then a Baron call.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing I was kind of noticing here is, especially when it came to the draft, was War basically had the counter picks for every lane, except for jungle.
I want to interrupt you here, as we're going to see a fight come out in this top lane. Flavored Boy is trying to get away from Daddy, as Violet Socicat comes in as well. Mommy is trying to screen Flavor Boy, but Vi is able to get the ultimate off. Flavor Boy has been killed by Guy Fieri, as Poro is a little late on the rotation. Poro walks forward, is just going to get blown up by Violet Socicat and Mommy. They're going to just continue the dive, as Mommy is going to end up dying to Daddy. Meanwhile, bot lane, Fudgy Ditters is killed by Jirachi. That's probably the only saving grace right now for Riches Provoked, because they're going to lose this tower in the top lane. Aqua Prison not going to hit on Zorpox.
That
as I was
on Vi is saving her too.
As I was saying, like, War got the counter picks in all the lanes except for like jungle, where I mean they picked the Morgana, so they were able to do a counter pick and get Kale, who has been doing phenomenal into the matchup, which I think a big problem in that matchup is Bukaki, Juice Me Poro, has been not landing at least the clutch bindings that needed to. So like in that top lane little skirmish, whatever happened there, missed the binding, and then they just decided to go on to the Morgana. So it was like a free kill at that point.
Yeah, we're going to see again four-member collapse onto this Ocean Drake, and that is an easy Drake for War. Already 6k gold up, and I just took a look at Violet Socicat's CS, and it's already at 60 CS lead over Poro, and that is just a huge problem at this point in time, as Violet Socicat leads the invade into the jungle.
Kale's going to be pumping out so much DPS, so much consistent damage, whereas Juice Me Poro on the Morgana is great for picks, not as much for the constant damage. I mean, I think they're going for the Twitch being able to back that up and the Wukong to be able to back up that damage, but it has not played out like they needed it to.
Yeah, I think the big deciding point of this game is going to be whether or not Twitch is alive. If Rich is able to get in there and make the plays, that's going to be absolutely huge for Rip.
Well, and see, that's the only other thing. Bot lane has not left bot yet. They've just, both bot lanes have stayed in the bot lane basically the entire game. The most roaming they've done was up to get the dragon. That's basically it. So I think that Riches Provoked needs to try and get the bot lane out, focus down the tower so you can move on from just worrying about that bot lane outer tower.
As we see Poro roving top to help out Mommy just a little bit. But nothing doing, and they still haven't taken a tower yet, and I think that's pretty big. You've lost both towers in the top lane, one tower in the mid lane, as Juice Me Daddy is now rotating to the mid. Going to say hi to Poro. As Flavor Boy is to the bot side of the map, is about 2 levels down on Guy Fieri, which is pretty big at this point in time. As Flavor Boy looks like they're going to do it for a lane gank.
Yeah, I feel like War has to know that there's something amiss, because, you know, they're trying to clear those bushes, put a pink ward down even.
Oh, they know already, because here they come. Ashen has been caught by Fudgy Ditters, and Fudgy Ditters is going to get it. But the spray and pray coming out with spray and pray doesn't matter, as Violet Soscat just doesn't care and gets the kill on Jirachi. Poro is now out of position as Juice Me Mommy is coming. Juice Me Mommy goes straight for Fudgy Ditters, gets the kill there, and is going to get the knockup onto Honda Zorpox, and that's going to get them away. But Violet Soscat is still unkilled. Violet Soscat going to get the kill onto Poro. Going to take one turret shot, and Mommy is out of mana, probably dead here, as Mommy take 1, 2, and that's an ace for We Are Rhino, and We Are Rhino just gonna take whatever objective they want right now, which is gonna be this top tower, inhib tower.
Even just the psychological threat of intervention makes Kayle incredibly strong. She doesn't even need to use it. She can just walk around you and you know it's coming, so you can't really do much against her until you get her really locked down. It's so terrifying.
Yeah, as they lose this bot turret now, this game is slowly spiraling out of control for Rip.
10k gold lead for War.
Yeah, and a lot of that is tower gold at this point in time. You know, they take down a couple of these towers, they're going to claw back, but they just keep losing objectives.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see how, because at this point in time, it is, you know, a 2 or 3 tank meta with 2 super strong, you know, DPS fighters. That's like the meta right now. War has, you know, 3 tanks. One of those, you know, being Vi, does have a ton of damage, but is still really tanky, whereas Rip does not. They just don't have any tanks. I mean, Wukong's the tankiest person, and that's only because he's got a Black Cleaver.
Well, they finally get occurred as Jirachi has taken this bot turret, but because of that, War knew that Jirachi was bot side, meaning that they have immediately gone for this Baron. As we're going to see Juice Me Mommy go in. Juice Me Mommy is getting the Cyclone off, but Guy Fieri is going to get the smite, and Mommy pays for it with their life. As Poro now is going to get blown up by Fudgy Ditters. Fudgy Ditters gets a double kill right here. Fudgy Ditters rocket jump forward as the fight continues. Oh, Violet Soscat going to get another blue buff for herself, as that's the end of that fight. So Baron and 2 kills over for We Are Rhino.
And I don't know when this happened, I don't know, but the top inhib tower is also down.
Yeah,
I did not see when that happened.
That happened right after the fight in the bot lane where they dove under the tower, right, and got an ace. So again, we're going to see Spray and Pray come out. We've got a Hurricane on the Twitch, but Twitch is going to get taunted and then knocked up as they're just diving onto Jirachi like they don't care. The 3 tanks immediately on. They didn't even get any damage out from Fudgy Ditters as Violet Soscat takes the inhibitor in the top. This actually might be game, as 5 members are now on the Nexus towers. Flavor Boy is going to stand there and dance as Poro tries to go and do a little bit of damage. Poro is just getting blown up as Flavor Boy doesn't even help. Mommy getting blown up by Violet Soscat. Juice Me, Poro not going to be able to do anything, and that is game number 2, and your championship winners, We Are a Rhino.
Beautifully done, guys. Well played all.
All right, let's take a look at some post-game statistics. We have Violet Soscat not doing the most damage for their team, but the most damage in the game actually came from Poro. Did 19k damage, followed by Jirachi at 14k damage. Violet Soscat did 15k damage for their team, 11k damage out of the Galio, and then 10k damage by Tristana. I wasn't even in that game. I demanded a rematch. GG's, fam. Not enough juice. Yeah, need more steroids. So yeah, pretty even damage numbers, all things considered. But the tanks, again, as we said at the beginning, the tanks, if they're ahead, pretty much means the end of that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we said, they had two huge tanks, one who is a beefy fighter, and then two ginormous DPS. Like that was all they needed, and I mean, they had the rotations early. They had the early, they got a couple early kills, and then they just started taking objectives, tower after tower, dragon, baron, all the good stuff, and Rip was not able to get their comp ahead that like they needed to, and as we can see, War takes game 2 and takes the championship.
All right, and we're gonna take a look at some vision score here. Interestingly enough, the vision score leader for this game was Flavor Boy, with 73 vision score, 39 wards placed, which was actually the most wards in the game.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
He's not the support.
Yeah, I mean, but you can see that's it just in past games as well. That tends to be a huge priority for Flavor Boy. Usually towards the top of the team, if not at the top in vision score for most games.
Okay, so we have our MVP poll up already. Please go give a vote out to who you felt was the MVP for this series. Was it Juice Me Daddy? Was it Guy Fieri? Was it Violet Sociocat, Fudgy Ditters, or Zorpox? Give us your vote, and then we're going to bring the MVP in, and then we're going to bring the whole team in. The commissioner's going to give a shout out to everybody, and then we're also going to get some post-game reactions from lots of stuff. All right. Get that in. We're going to turn on some music while we wait.
Tears
All right, welcome back. We are gonna close the vote right about now. Let's see, drum roll, please. All right, your MVP for the finals, Violet Sociocat, with around 60% of the vote. Congratulations, Violet Sociocat. You are our MVP for game finals. I don't know what I was going to go with that. Anyways, hop up to the casters channel. We'll get that post-game interview on the way. Chat, if you got questions for Violet Sociocat, your MVP, get them in chat so we can read them. So yeah, Allie, where you at?
I guess we should move up to player of the game interview,
Why would I do that?
just in case anybody's not in the able to get into the casters channel.
Wait a second.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna drag you guys down. Are you ready?
Oh
It's the
yeah.
commish.
We're gonna go to the Rhino channel. You
Wait,
ready?
they just
I'll
jumped
go
up.
up there.
Oh,
Player
I
of the
think-
game.
Yay! Hooray!
What's up?
What's up? Congratulations.
Hey, thanks.
So,
Hey, so I just wanted to come in here and congratulate We Are Rhino on the season 3 championship.
Woo!
Congratulations, you guys. It was a good series. You guys definitely well earned, well fought by every member of the team. Violet Sociocat, Allie, 2-time champion now and MVP of the series. So congratulations to you. And
Thank you, man.
great job, guys.
Thanks, Greg.
Yay, party.
party. All right, so with this victory, as our commissioner Gerg7 just said, you're a 2-time champion, Violet Sociocat. How does that feel?
Oh, I'm gonna go to Diamond. Wait, that was supposed to be a Disneyland reference.
I got it. I understood it. I understood it. I appreciate it.
It feels nice. I mean, I feel like I'm finally kind of really proving as the person that understands macro. In this season, I feel like I cemented that idea, and I'm looking forward to the next draft.
Yeah. So then the expectation is that you're gonna play next split then as well, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And are you gonna be a captain again, or is that something that you're gonna make yourself instead a draftable player?
I'm not sure. I think I'll be a captain again. Yeah. It just kind of depends on who the captains are, but we'll see.
All right, so you were the architect of this team as well as the draft captain. I think you had the 2nd overall pick. Could you talk to us a little bit about what your reasoning was to create the team that you ended up creating?
I knew at the very beginning that I had to Rhino. And that obviously started with Caleb.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, I mean, now, Caleb, I consider to be one of the more underrated players in general. The fact that he wasn't a captain when we made captains based on highest ELO, I think he should have been not draftable. And the fact that he wasn't first pick, there were a few picks in the draft that were kind of questionable from my perspective that allowed this team to get created. As for everybody else, I mean, 3rd and 4th pick, I felt really confident. Eric and I have played together for a long time now. So
Like almost 2 or 3 years now. Damn.
Yeah, pretty aware of Eric's play style, and I like Eric as a person. I have for a while, so
Wait, how could you like Eric?
And I think that the mentality of it. So I already felt really. They got us. They got us.
Oh, see? Comeback. What you didn't know? It was best of 5. Let's go.
I mean, we can
Ali
beat you
was-
another time.
Hey, I mean, you probably could, but this time it's dong or dash, and we got the strats.
Yo, but Nunu's so good.
Oh my god, it's just a party now.
Yeah. All right. Well, joining us now is Riches Provoked. Congratulations on a second place finish. I know it's not what you guys wanted, but still. A
Hey,
well-played
second place
season.
is the first loser. Dab.
Oh my god.
I changed my mind. I want to be second.
That sounds a lot better.
No, I do want to say though, GG's to War. Like that was they deserved 100%, and yeah,
All
Thanks,
right.
Rich.
fantastic,
Thank you. Yeah, good games.
fantastic series, good games.
Can you go back to why you picked your fourth pick? Because I think I was gonna get a compliment there, and I really wanted to hear it.
You were the third
What,
pick,
what?
actually.
Sorry.
Let's
I
just
had-
stroke Fudgy's ego a little more.
I'll finish what I was saying. With definitely I played with Fudgy a couple times, not like a lot, but I liked his attitude. He's a very aggressive play style, and at that time I was actually considering going into the support role. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to pick all the highest ELO players possible, and then just fill. So the fact that I got mid was just mostly circumstance. Which brings up James, Zorpox, and
Oh my god, Chris.
I think that James was the hidden gem of the.
Oh,
That I didn't even mean to happen. It just was like, oh, I just got this monstrous support player on accident. Cool. Because I only had like 3 options left, and the rest of them were top laners, I think, and
Yeah.
bronze.
Yeah.
All right. Well, talk to me about how this game played out. Did it kind of go along with the flow that you thought was going to happen pregame?
Pretty much. I mean, I actually really liked both of our drafts. I thought that they went really well for us both times, and we knew their win conditions. So, knowing their win conditions, we just had to play safe and focus around what we needed to do, and I felt like we did it effectively both games.
So
Things got a little haywire in bottom the second game.
I was just straight inting. I'm sorry.
Meanwhile,
to be fair, I was inting Nate for
No,
him.
yeah. Well, no, you were warning. I should have known. Never mind. I was just inting.
God.
All
Yeah, Fudgy was inting.
I couldn't.
I kicked his ass.
Fudgy's always ending, dude.
This is
Come on.
true. You're
Game
not wrong.
one, I was CSing, and every time I missed a CS by like 1 health, and it was tilting the fuck out of me.
It
You have
really
no
was.
clue.
He's not
It
even
was
making
so
it up.
bad. And then I was 30 CS down. I'm like, oh man, this is crap.
The same thing happened with me game 2. I was missing so much CS, but I killed you, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can. Well, yeah, we ended up what? I think you ended up gold wise 1 kill up. I think at the end of it
Something
when I was inting.
I have to
After I
check.
inted, but it was fun. I think. I mean, it worked out either way. But yeah, my lane phases were really rough these games. So, but that's kind of expected. I think we talked about Rich. You have a little bit more of an aggressive lane phase, and you like
Yeah.
play that a little bit harder than I do. And then in the team fights, I ended up being able to position for some
Yeah.
kills, and
Yeah.
it worked out there for me. So
100%. I mean,
And
like,
I'll you away from the fight in the base.
game 1 was interesting in the fights, but like,
Yeah.
In game
Yeah.
1, and in team fights, my goal became just to run Rich down and not deal damage. Spit on Rich's face.
it worked in that last fight.
It was 100% my goal, and it worked out the way I wanted it to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking
But
of,
overall, it's a really fun bot lane to play against. Honestly.
all right, we're gonna pivot on to another thing. Eric, Guy Fieri. So
Yo.
this win now means that you are the 3rd member of our Bonobo chat to win a
Yeah,
championship.
that's right. I
Wait.
forgot about that. It's from our season 1 team, ran by the Teamo. We still are all very active in our Facebook chat. So it's the 5 of us, Adam Hall, who was our main sub, and then like some other people who filtered in over the year. Yeah.
So yeah, how does that
Wait,
feel?
who's the 3rd then, besides Eric and Adam?
Rob,
Oh yeah, true, right.
Because Rob was on 9 Inch Torpedoes.
So how does it feel to join the three of them and have something you can make fun of Greg for? I mean, he gets so close
it feels
and yet
good.
he just chokes away.
It feels good. I think throughout various points throughout like in this season, and especially in our playoff run where we dropped game 1 in both the quarters and the semis and put like the cloud 9 and reverse swept our way through. I can't speak for everybody, but I know like after each of those first game ones, as it ended, I was pretty down, a little tilted, and it feels good to persevere and like just keep fighting.
Yeah,
and work with Ali and Nate, who do the majority of our pick ban, to come up with a good comp that fits us, that is our type of comp that can allow us to win.
Awesome, thanks. So moving on over to Rich's Provoked. You guys started the season out pretty rough, actually.
Yeah.
And you had some switcheroos that had to happen, and then it started to click. So talk us through kind of like just the psychology of being willing to make that switch and whatnot.
Also, like going in, like when I was drafting and stuff, again, like this whole split, I've had a problem like reading times and thinking Central as opposed to Eastern. So the day of the draft, I was rushed because I messed up on time. But I had Ethan rated like as one of my highest people available. So I wanted to solidify my mid for jungle mid synergy. And then I wanted to have Rich on my team because they were very smart. I had casted with them before. They know the league and other players and tendencies, so I needed that kind of knowledge being a new person here for the league. I had briefly played with Sean, and I knew that he was going to be doing ADC, so I was like, I'll just do that. I have flexibility there. And then I just looked up Evan at the end and thought, hey, this guy plays some pretty good support champions we can work with. After that first game, though, against Pooh, I was like, okay, something needs to change here because the way our comms were, like we can improve those, but nothing was being said. People were doing solo queue missions left and right, like they had to, get a free icon, and it wasn't really like, it was legit 5 people on comms and solo queue. So I commend Rich and Sean individually for both of them being flexible to do that, and Ethan and Evan with working around that, because Evan's got a lane with someone different, even though it was just one game. And then Ethan in the mid lane kind of has to know where the pressure is on the map and what sides like to hug and which sides we're probably going to help or win through. So it's a lot of adjustment that happened right at the beginning, but I think it was the best choice because I think if we would have just kept with the same lineup, we wouldn't even have made playoffs.
All right, one more question for you guys. So how do you feel at the end of the season? You guys going to be back for season 4?
I'm, it's off season. Let's just let off season happen.
See if I can boost Caleb up to being a captain so he can draft me first.
Oh, it's going down.
All right. But I mean, I don't know. I think everybody else really enjoyed it. I feel like we all had a lot of learning experiences, collectively and individually as a team. I think we exceeded expectations through the entire back half of the split.
I definitely agree with that. 100%.
I mean, we should not have been in finals by every.
I mean, hell, we wouldn't have been in playoffs if it was the new system we're implementing next year.
Yeah.
So we got him at the skin of our teeth and backed into the playoffs, which is not something you see someone go to finals with, that kind of downslide. But I'll speak for myself. It was fun. I definitely want to be part of the league in some capacity next year. Not entirely sure what it is yet. So.
All right. Well, I think that we're going to call that good for tonight. It has been a pleasure casting all of these games. And then as a player, I am definitely retiring. I'm going to only do casting stuff. So
You're too good for this league anyway, man.
Just take a moment as a group and thank Panda for how much he's done casting wise lately. Because
This is
actually been nuts.
seriously, yes. That, like, actually, with me playing everything that needed to be casted and not being able to cast, like, Panda stepped up massively.
Thank you for being
Props.
the voice of the playoffs, Panda.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm pull my.
And you did a great job too. I obviously haven't seen this VODs yet, but like all the VODs leading up to this were great.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's been a pleasure. I had OP casting with me today from game 2, and then Spooped wherever he ran off to. He was
Spooped ran off to Norms, I think.
Yeah.
Spooped gifted me Dark Rider Sejuani. After that
He gifted me Omega Squad Twitch. Did he just gift everyone stuff?
I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got definitely not gift.
Definitely not gift.
Yeah, same here. Also,
Wait, what? Definitely not what?
Yeah. Anyway,
it was a joke.
One more thing.
Keep up, Rich. Keep
this broadcast was definitely brought to you by Girl Scout cookies. Thin Mints are the best thing in the
Game
world.
Reviews.
Oh, don't
Sal's
forget
Game
Sal's
Reviews.
Game Reviews. That is our other
Always Sal's
sponsor.
Game Reviews.
Go to Sal's Game Reviews at .weebly.com. I don't even know if he's posted a review anytime soon, but still, Sal's Game Reviews.
Who cares?
Who cares? Music today provided by The Win Where Why, Adam Hall Theatrics.
Oh my god, that music was so dope.
Yep, go support
Hell
him.
yes.
Buy his music on iTunes. It's lit. Anyways, so long for now. Give us a follow.
Go buy and listen to it on Spoofy.
Yeah, we're on Twitter now. You can keep track of us there. Follow us on Twitch.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And then we'll be back when we are back. You know, it's just gonna keep.
Third place
keep
match.
Yeah, look at my face. I'm not wearing my panda hat.
We'll be back when we're back.
Yeah, we'll be back when we're back. You know, who knows when that's gonna be? This is now we're gonna be moving into the off season, so who knows if we're gonna stream on this channel at all or not. But yeah, our sister channel is PMA LOL. Oh yeah, we do have third place match. Third place match is just gonna be a meme fest. Let's be honest.
It's gonna be the match to watch.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyways, we're gonna play a little bit of outro music and goodbye.
All hail Symphonia.